What could be worse than a well-built, tall, speedy, intelligent and all-round psychotic serial killer with a lust for blood, stalking your every step until he decides it's time to strike? Remember as a little kid always having that $1 action figure that used to scare the hell out of you? That one which looked like it was staring deep into your soul? Well, imagine combining that dollar action figure with that psychotic serial killer I mentioned. Child's Play explores that nightmare, but does it do it well? The story's actually kinda simple. A serial killer tries to escape from a cop and takes refuge in a toy store. So the serial killer's injured, he's on the edge of death. What do you do when you're on the edge of death? Do you pray? Do you hope that you're gonna live through it? No, he sends his spirit to a child's doll. A serial killer that knows voodoo? Jesus. And why does he put his spirit in this doll? Well, he wants revenge against the cop that banged him up, and his ex-partner in crime who abandoned him. The story then switches over to the Barkley family. 6-year-old Andy Barkley tells his widowed mother, Karen Barkley, that he wants a good guy doll for his birthday. Unable to afford the full price, Karen buys a stolen doll from a street peddler, the same doll that the serial killer transferred his soul into. Being a 6-year-old kid, no one's gonna believe that your doll's talking to you. It's all make-believe in the adult world. Really, one scene in it is quite fucking stupid. Would you really believe that your 6-year-old son could push a grown woman out the window? Well, Karen Barkley thinks so. But then again, would you expect a doll to? Andy continues his supposed weird behaviour through the film, and I'm not going to ruin any more of the scenes for you. I'm going to let you watch it yourself to see the more crazy scenes. And he starts to get questioned by psychiatrists, but Karen Barkley discovers something. There's no batteries in the Chucky doll. Now I know everybody loves Chucky. Who doesn't love the serial killer in horror films? You know, maybe not in real life, maybe not a fan of Charles Manson. Do you finally believe the doll's alive when it starts biting you and punching you and everything? Well, she does. And she contacts Detective Norris, who is looking into the death of her friend who was pushed out the window by her 6-year-old son, apparently. Story-wise, there's not much else to talk about. Chucky's going around causing havoc, and it's up to Karen Barker and Detective Norris to stop him. My favourite character from the film is actually Andy. What? Not Chucky, not the guy who goes around slitting people's throats. Well, I can relate to Andy in a way. As a little kid, you always had that little teddy doll action figure that you used to carry around with you, and you could relate to it. Well, what I like about this film is that it kinda tells it from a child's point of view. Usually I don't really like the good guy in horror films. It's always serial killer, the monster, the baddie I'm sticking up for. Because that's what horror films are about. You want to see the good guys get scared. But I really like Andy in this film. Child's Play is a good film which doesn't take itself too seriously. And a movie about a murderous doll should not be taken seriously. But the sequels after this are just... they're horrible, they're ass, they're shit, they're fuck. They're every swear word possible. There's nothing wrong with comedy in horror movies, you know, dark humour is probably the best comedy you could get. That relates completely to horror movies. You know, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, I thought that was a good movie. It's kind of a piss take of the first one, but I liked it, not a lot of people liked it. But the comedy in the sequels to Child's Play is it just isn't funny, it's all just sex jokes, and, you know, sex jokes can be funny in moderation, but when there's a whole movie about sex jokes, it just makes you cringe. That being said, Child's Play 2 isn't that bad. You might like it if you liked the first Child's Play, but if you didn't, you're probably just going to want to give it a miss. Now the good news is that Child's Play is being remade, and you're probably thinking, what, remakes are shit? Well, 90% are, but the same people who worked on the script, the same voice actor as Chucky is coming back, so who knows, it could be a hit. But enough of my babbling. Child's Play is a good movie, it's not essential viewing. If you're into horror movies, you'll probably like it. It's a cult hit. You might as well check it out. Check out the trailers if you're on the edge. And I'll give it 3 out of 5. Not great, but not bad either.